Mississippi came in and it wiped out an entire block of the downtown business district. And they called that a tragedy. Now see, here in Jamestown, when we wipe out an entire block of the business district, that's called a bus turnaround. You see how it works? And you know it's an election year in Jamestown because we had a drug raid the other day. And the mayor was there. Now you figure you're the poor guy getting busted, right? You're sitting in your living room, your front door gets kicked in, 14 guys with machine guns come and throw you to the floor. They're screaming at you that you're under arrest for felony sale of a controlled substance, and just when you think it can't get any worse, a little guy in a suit comes around the corner and says, and besides that, you're 2 months late on your taxes, and I got 3 housing code violations in this room alone. Then you know you're in trouble. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do the mayor's campaign this year. Now, we're going to put signs on the lawn. See what you think. Dick Kimball, kicking ass and taking names. What do you think? Right after the raid, the mayor announced that Jamestown is now a drug-free city. I think that's a good idea because frankly, I'm getting tired of paying for it. Took you a minute, didn't it? I knew you did. I had a lot of hope for you. We're going to do something different tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Up in Buffalo, I play the piano at a place called the Out of Tune Saloon. And we do dueling pianos up there. And I thought we would do that tonight. So if you would welcome my partner from Buffalo, the very lovely Mr. Joe Betts. Guys will say, woman to blame. Okay? And then we'll say, oh, I know. And the girls will say, it's your own damn fault. You got it? In the Poundstone gate, watching the sun bathe. All of the tourists are covered in oil, strumming my 6th string on my front porch swing. Smelling shrimp, they're beginning to boil. Whiskey and a wig and Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker up. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's your own damn fault. Could be better, I'm sure. Don't go to the reason. Stay here, I'll see you. with a sugar brand new tattoo. Boston lady, it's a real beauty, a Mexican cutie. I got here when I haven't a clue. Wasting away in Monterey, searching for my lost singer. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's your own damn fault. Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. Never was good, so he said, all somebody cried. And I never did drink it. Ready, go! Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Let's run through it for any of the folks who might have come from Chicago. One more time, regular speed, right? Joy to the world, all boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Hey, you think they got a joke? Why don't you pick someone to help you? Find someone out there that thinks they... What's your name? Yeah. What we're going to do to teach you this, to help you out, Joe's going to be your hands. Now pay attention. Switch. Jamestown Urban Renewal Agency, because without their help, I wouldn't be able to say, ladies and gentlemen, Paula Poundstone.
Fashion-wise. Originally when this job was offered to me, I had to make some changes in my schedule to get here because I had agreed to do the Ethel Festival. Do you ever see the one where Little Ricky plays the drums? And she plays like the saxophone or something. With another kid's arms or something, I can't remember anymore. He played amazingly well, the drums, when he was a little kid. Did he eventually, fall apart or something? What happened? How come he didn't play the drums now? Now, I didn't actually see the birthplace, but I heard that it's not here, it's like a town over. Did that trouble you at all? Do you feel in any way deceitful, or do they realize what you've done? I saw the Nixon birthplace once. I wanted to look. I happened to. Well, I'm a Democrat and not a fan of Nixon's, but I went to. Well, there's what 4 or 5 of us here. Yeah. It's gonna be a good night, I'm sure. I was writing an article for a magazine where I went to the Nixon Museum not so long after he died, and what was amazing actually is they have the birthplace. I don't know if that was actually where the house was the whole time or if they moved it. I don't know, but anyways, the way they lie is the funniest thing in the world. It's like Disneyland or something there. Not that there's rides, but they just all share this sort of ridiculous story that nothing bad ever really happened. You know, I wasn't I just went as a customer. I'm just wandering around looking at the things and everything. And the docents would just come up behind you and start to talk when you hadn't asked a question. Okay, at one point I'm reading something, and this woman just comes up with a red jacket behind me and goes, "Oh, his favorite room was the Lincoln room." And I was terrified. Why would you blurt that out in this moment? So now, I don't even know why I'm telling you this, because I'm sure most of you love Nixon, but I went to, I did go into I don't know why I went to the birthplace, but it was just, outside the museum, there's these little arrows and points millimeters of birthplace. And I go in, and there's a guide in there. And it wasn't enough to just look. The guy had to keep telling me stuff that I wasn't soliciting from him, He'd go, well, he was born right there in that room, and there's a little stanchion there so you can't get too close to the bed. He's like, yeah, he's born right there in that bed. And I go, well, great. And then he goes, he kept embellishing the story. He was born right on that quilt. That's the same quilt that was on that bed. Bull, it was not. It was just it wasn't enough just to tell it once. You had to just go push and push and push. Yeah. He carried his mother right out of the bed, right after the birth. Always destined for stardom. The quilts are expensive or difficult to make, and they were a poor family. If she was given birth, I'm sure she would have gotten up and moved the quilt. And I don't know how good the stain removers were back then, so if she did it, that wasn't the same quilt, for heaven's sakes. Oh, nothing. You guys, I flew into Buffalo, and I saw a sign on the way from, one of those green signs with an arrow that said, State Police Substation, and there was an arrow, and I thought, well, Buffalo's landlocked, isn't it? How many criminals are they going to find? Apparently they took Captain Nemo in, thank God. How long ago did Lucy die, by the way? 93? 89. And how old was she? 77. How old was Pearl Ives? I saw the other day, I was in the grocery store, and I saw on the cover of the Inquirer a picture of Pearl Ives. And this quote, this thing underneath, to get you to open it up and read, Pearl Ives' brave last words. His courageous last words, maybe it was. It really, he was singing Jimmy Crack corn. He wasn't courageous. He was totally out of his head at the end. He just, Jimmy Crack corn, and I don't care. And someone assumed that was somehow. We have a little white duck at our house, the apple, because I'm a foster parent now, and so we spin the hits. No? He's not? Some people say he is, some people say he isn't. He's like Elvis. The controversial issue of Gail Gordon's life or death.
He was here last night.
Was he here last night? Some people think he was, some people think he wasn't. Let me ask you something, sir. Did you see him last night? Sir?
Yeah?
Even that guy came and went. Sir, where were you last night?
Stage left.
You were stage left? Were you on stage, you mean? No. Why did you just say stage left? Do you remember saying that? It's a bar next door. I heard Gail Gordon hangs out at that bar. Is that true? What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm a musician.
Oh, you're a musician? What do you play?
Guitar.
Guitar? Sir, have you noticed that during our conversation you leave longer and longer pauses before your response? It's as if you're timing it out or something. Did you have to think to remember what instrument you played? Did you just start recently? Were you playing at the stage left or just drinking?
Drinking.
You're drinking. I was drinking last night myself, just not there. Had a ping pong party at my house. That is the second greatest game in the entire world. Basketball. I'm not good at either one. I can play half-court basketball fairly effectively, but full court, I just don't. I've never been a very good runner. This is what happens to me. Okay, say this is like the center of the court, okay, and our team's basket is down there, and we shoot that one in, and then the other team's basket is down there, and this is what happens. Okay, when the game gets started, okay, everybody runs down there, and I'm kind of trailing, so I make it about to here before they score, and then it comes back over here, and so then I turn around and I make it about to here before they score, and it comes back here. So I just mostly hang out. I get dizzy playing basketball. I'm in incredible physical shape. I have a trampoline in my backyard. And do we have? I fly at like 10:30 and we're all playing. Bill Clinton spoke at the Chautauqua Institute.
Yeah.
Nobody knows you're not allowed in there.
Say that? You're not allowed in there? Do you guys know what he's talking about? I still don't know what the hell it is, so I'm not that upset that you can't drive a car there. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. It's what?
A cultural center.
It's a cultural center?
Art, ballet, opera.
There's opera there and they won't let you drive a car? Damn it! At first I didn't understand, sir, but now I share your pain. I'm not giving a penny until they change those draconian rules. What do you mean you can't drive a car there? Who the hell can look at good art without a car? I was in France not that long ago and I went to the drive-up Louvre. Sir, where are you talking about that you're not allowed to drive a car? Is that what you meant? What?
You can't drive a car down over the streets of Chautauqua Institution.
Yes, you can. Right.
Wait, people live in the Chautauqua Institution? Which is a cultural center? Do you see the problem I'm having with that mental health? It's a gated community and that guy's fundraising for them? This is where my confusion comes up. Parts of the Chautauqua Institution you can't drive through. Well, if it happens to be the entrance, then it doesn't matter that you can drive in the middle. Apparently, as long as you don't touch the driveway, you can carry the car. junior high, my eyes didn't just get stuck at the top of my head.
Amy.
Parents were such blithering idiots. I know that you can't drive there. All right, so you don't drive to work. Do you want to work?
I live right next door.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. So you just barely roll out of bed when you start painting. What's the name of, you live right, do you have to cross the street to get there? What's the matter? You just step out the front door?
I want to build a slide.
I don't think there's a person among us that could stop you, sir. Let me tell you something, little buddy. When you have a dream, you make it happen. You're a driven man, honest to God. When you want to build a slide, there's not a doubt in my mind that you are going to build one hell of a slide. How often do you have that feeling? Every morning. I thought it was bad having to pee so early every day. At least from that I can go back into bed if I need to, but I woke up every day wanting to build a slide, I don't know. Jesus, I want to build a slide. Smooth and shiny and at an angle. What's the matter? Is it bothering you? Actually, it was bothering me too. I like everything to be, nice. All right, so what's the name? Is it your painting car place?
Larvick's garage.
Who's?
Larvick.
Larmick? Are you Larmick? Larvick? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Look, Larmick. It's these little things that annoy you, isn't it? All right, Larvick.
No, that's not me. That's my mom.
Oh, that's your boss.
Yeah.
Does he know that you're just rolling into work from your house every morning? It's a funny coincidence, isn't it? We all make our own hours, sir. You really make your own hours? Pretty much. Because nobody can tell you what to do, isn't that true? I'm sick of that fucker guy pushing you around, I'll tell you that. It's starting to get on my nerves, little buddy. Alright, so you went to Larvick's garage Friday morning. You didn't drive, because it's right beside your house, for Christ's sakes. You got there at 10, because you make your own hours. You probably set the clock just to say 10, because you make your own clock, too. You make your own time, don't you, little buddy? Just move those hands. All right, 10. Oh, look, time to go. Mr. Larvick, sir. All right, and so if it's a garage, then it's not like a factory, then people, like, cars got battered up or something, and then the person brings it in to be painted? Would that be correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
What color did you paint with on Friday, do you remember?
I painted 4 different colors.
Did the owner ask for that? Somebody's going to be pissed about it. My guess would be that when you roll in at 10 on Tuesday, you might be rolling back out again pretty darn fast. Oh, 4 different cars. You fucked up 4 cars like that? What is it? The Harlequin. That's lovely. Huh? What was the first color? The baby don't like white. la la. What is it again? Chautauqua Institution. Do you know that place?
Sounds like I wouldn't want to be there.
There is a gate to keep you out. All right, you guys, better go. I'm gonna dismiss you one at a time now. You've been such a nice crowd. I've really had a wonderful time with you. You know, I bet you Lucy wishes she was born here. With Lucille Ball, and that's that I did die. I was dead just for a minute, though. My heart stopped for a minute. And I can tell you something. There is no bright light. And there's nobody waving you anywhere. Unless, of course, my friends and loved ones are avoiding me even in death. Cover the light! Cover the light!